The day began with fire on board one. Jan-Krzysztof Duda, with white against World Champion Gukesh, created the sharpest battle of the round. By move 11, Gukesh's pawn storm with h5 signaled his intentions. He was playing for the win, but when the board exploded after pawn takes h4, chaos reigned. Duda stunned the hall with rook sacrifices hanging in the air, first with pawn to b5, then the quiet queen to a2. He was on the verge of glory. One final stroke, bishop to g2, would have sealed a masterpiece. But under crushing pressure, he let the chance slip. The endgame balanced on a knife's edge before resolving into a hard-fought draw, both players leaving the board knowing they had missed immortality. The leader, Fabiano Caruana, faced Wesley So in a battle of patience. Caruana, with the white pieces, was caught slightly off guard by So's symmetrical English. For 90 minutes, the position remained balanced, every pawn and knight mirrored in perfect harmony. Caruana later admitted, the game was just very boring. Yet beneath that calm exterior, both players were probing, searching for any crack in symmetry. So remained unshakable, neutralizing every attempt to seize the initiative. With neither side willing to break the equilibrium, the handshake came quickly, a quiet result on the surface, but crucial. Caruana maintained his lead heading into the rest day, a half step closer to Sao Paulo. The clash between Sevian and Nodirbek Abdusattorov unfolded as the only Italian game of the tournament so far. Sevian, the lowest seed, played with no fear, pressing from the white side with the confidence of a man who refuses to accept his underdog label. His pieces flowed naturally, his pawns claimed space, and he carved out a position where only two results seemed possible: a win for him or stubborn defense from Nordirbek. The Uzbek prodigy, however, is no stranger to survival. Time and again, he found the precise resources to hold, parrying Sam's initiative with icy composure. Engines later revealed that Sevian had missed chances to push harder, but at the board, both knew they had fought to the limit. A handshake sealed the fifth straight draw for Sevian, solid, undefeated, and quietly dangerous. If some games dragged into deep waters, Alireza Firouzja, versus Levon Aronian was a sprint in a sharp French defense. Firouzja lashed out, sacrificing not one but 2 pawns for the initiative. The crowd braced for fireworks, but Aronian was a man in total recall. Every move seemed prepared, every nuance remembered. Within 25 moves, the attack fizzled into a forced draw by repetition. "That's modern chess," Firouzja muttered, shaking his head. For the spectators, it was a glimpse into the cold perfection of preparation. 2 gladiators armed to the teeth, yet bound by the lines they both knew so well. Maxime Vachier-Lagrave against Praggnanandhaa ranged bout but brought another tense Rossolimo Sicilian. MVL pressed with the white pieces, expanding with h4, but Pragg stayed calm. After pawn takes c4 and knight to d6, the young Indian even grew optimistic, sensing chances to push back. But MVL's experience showed. He cut off every avenue, steering the game towards safety. No fireworks, but no slip-ups either. Pragg now has 4 straight draws since his opening round victory, yet his composure remains unshaken. For MVL, it was another day of professional, risk-free chess. A peaceful handshake, and a round of draws were complete. And so, round 5 of the Sinquefield Cup ends with peace across every board, but far from lifeless. Caruana holds the lead, Sevian stays unbeaten, and Duda reminds us how close genius and heartbreak can lie. After the rest day, the battles resume. 4 rounds remain, Sao Paulo waits, and every half point will matter.